Hey guys, I'm Bailey Jones, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about my time at Girls Inc. So we'll get started. So for the history, Girls Inc. was founded in 1864, and it was made to serve girls and young women who were experiencing upheaval and hardships after the Civil War. They wanted to create something that was going to be a safe gathering place for women to learn and share a sisterly bond. It was a promise that each girl would be able to develop their own capacities, confidence, independence, and of course be well educated. So for the population it serves, they serve any girl from ages 5 to 15. There's no specific requirement. Basically, any parent that wishes their child to be enrolled may do so. And I've also noticed that it's more common that low-income families and underprivileged families enroll their girls. That's not saying everyone is low income, but I just have noticed that there are more low-income people, and that's okay. So for the funding, Girls Inc. is funded by the United Way of Washington County, Tennessee. This funding isn't really sufficient. It gets the job done, but there's so many things that, the staff members wish they could change and add, and I'll talk a little bit more about that on. So if they could, use extra funds, they would like to buy more snacks and food items to serve to the girls, because a lot of times they just have the same thing over and over again, and sometimes they're not always the most healthiest snacks. Healthy food's expensive, and it's not like they can get up and go buy salads and fruit and vegetables every single day. So a lot of times it's just like cereal, just little crackers, chips, just little things like that. I feel like they would also want to replace some of the equipment. I know some of like the old swing sets, they're just run down, and they just need new ones. And they need a safe environment for the girls. So that should be top priority. Also, they would really want to buy new office supplies. I know a lot of the girls, they do their homework there, and they have to print things. And, a lot of girls, they don't really have those capabilities at their home, so they rely a lot on Girls Inc. to get that finished and completed. So, not being able to have enough ink for the printers or paper or whatever it may be, it's hard for them, especially, having that pressure when you get home that you have to get your homework done, and knowing that you're not going to be able to do it at home, it's really sad. So I wish things like that could change. So I did have some preconceptions about the agency. I thought it was more for younger children. I didn't really think that it was going to be for girls who were over the ages of like middle school. But obviously that's not the case. I kind of thought it was just going to be like a normal after-school program, because I know when I was in elementary school, I had to go to after school a few times when my parents had to work over. And I just remember sitting there playing with toys, playing games with my friends. I did homework, but I didn't go to any specific classrooms or did anything. I didn't learn anything. I just kind of did whatever I wanted. That is obviously not the case with Girls Inc. There's a lot of rules and standards, which I think is good. So I did think it was just for underprivileged kids. I didn't realize that it was for any girl who wanted to be signed up for it. So that's good. I also didn't really think that any of the girls would get that much attention. Having 50 plus girls there, it's kind of hard to, deal and tend to everyone's needs. But I really enjoy the staff at Girls Inc. and they are so good with the children. They make them feel welcome. And I mean, they're mean when they have to be, when they need their respect and attention. But other than that, it's just like a loving environment, and I think that's how it should be. So I'm very grateful for my experience there. How I was affected by my service was, it really humbled me. It gave me a reason to smile every time I went in. I know that sounds cheesy, but just seeing the girls so happy and enjoy their time there, it made me feel good about myself, and it made me feel like, I was doing something good, and I was being able to help girls on their homework, learn new skills, just sitting and talking to them and learning about them, and just showing them, that they can be and do whatever they want to do. And I just really enjoyed my experience. I love all of the girls there, and I kind of just think of them as my little sisters. A lot of the little ones, on my first day, they came up running to me and they were like, who are you? You're so pretty, da da da. I was like, I'm Miss Bailey, I'm a volunteer. And they were asking me if I was going to be working there and if I would stay forever. And I was like, no, I'm just a volunteer for a few days. And they just ran up to me and gave me a hug, and it just made me feel so great. I mean, why wouldn't that make you feel great? But it just made me feel so awesome that even on my first day, they could already look up to me. Also, I've built a lot of skills that I'll be able to apply to my workforce one day. For example, my communication skills, you can always work on those. I learned a lot of how to react to certain situations, and also being able to help the girls, work through situations, what's the problem? How can we fix this? How can we make things better? That's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be involved in with the rest of my life. So it was good to experience that firsthand. So there's a lot of unique things about the agency. When you first walk in, there's so many decorations and it's so colorful. It's kind of overwhelming at first, but I really like it because it just shows the girls that they can, express themselves, and it's okay to be extravagant. And let's see, every Friday is Friday Fun Day. Basically the girls, they rotate into different groups and they get to participate in different games and activities. Just kind of, it's the end of the week, they get to let loose and just have some fun. So these were always my favorite days, of course. They were more relaxed and lenient with the girls. And, let's see, also there was a lot of interns and volunteers that would come about twice a week to the agency to teach the girls new life skills and lessons, and they did a lot of different activities with them as well. I know one day the health department came by and they set up little sections of, it was kind of just like little booths of things like personal hygiene, how to brush your teeth, stuff like that. They also played a game. It was a twister game. Instead of having like 4 colored dots on the twister board, it was pictures of, let me think. I think it was like nicotine on the walls, rashes on your skin, nasty, just rotted teeth. And I thought it was funny because the girls walked in and they were like, what is this? That is so nasty. And the health department was like, well, we're going to play a game. So it was interesting to see them, be able to have fun, but be able to learn about, skills that they are going to use forever. There's also this one day they came and they played a sack race. And looking at it now, I mean, I shouldn't laugh about it, but it was funny. But one of the girls, she was only about like 10 years old. She was terrible. She did not know how to jump around in a sack. Anyway, she was going around in a circle, and she just face planted right into the floor, and that might have been one of the hardest times I laughed. She's okay, but I mean, it was funny. But just different things like that. I mean, I just love seeing the girls have fun, and it just makes me have a better day when I get to see, other people learning, and just having a good time all together. So if there's anything I could change about the agency, I would like to be able to remodel it, of course, like I said previously. I mean, it's just so old and it's run down, and I think it's important to be able to have a place that is not gonna have rats or mice, or the equipment's not gonna fall down on you. It's just nice. I think I would also like each age group to switch stations every hour. Right now, they go to homework, arts and crafts, and teen choice. Usually the ones who have homework, they'll do their homework, and then when they're done, they'll go to wherever their classroom is. Well, I think each class should go to homework for an hour, arts and crafts for an hour, etc. I really think this would limit the behavior issues, because after a certain period of time, their attention spans are just kind of gone at that point, and then they just want to do whatever. So I think that would really help a lot. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to talk about. Thank you for watching and listening.